Hi guys, it's Val. Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about My Dress Up Darling, continuing the topic of opposites attract. I was originally going to do this video with You and I Are Polar Opposites, but after watching the first season, I decided it was best to have this have its own episode. So the premise is Wakana Gojo's passion for crafting Hina dolls, causing him to hide his true interest due to social trauma. However, with his beautiful and popular classmate Marin, Katagawa discovers his talent. She sees beyond his appearance. And they meet in the sewing class because Gojo wanted to fix up one of the clothes he was sewing. Idiosyncrasies and encourages him to create cosplay costumes. With Marin's support, Wakana steps out of his seclusion and begins to gain confidence. Working together, they create unique and beautiful costumes showcasing their talents and true self. They become close, and at some point Marin realizes that she has feelings for Gojo, but she's not sure how she should go about telling him or if she should because they have a great relationship. The romance is there. Gojo and Marin are very different. Marin is very outgoing and personable, while Gojo feels like he has to be ashamed of liking Hina dolls and creating them, and that's a huge part of his characterization. Wakana Gojo, a first-year high school student, being an orphan, he was raised by his grandfather, a craftsman of Hina dolls, who also inspired him to become a Kashihira Shi, a craftsman who makes the heads of Hina dolls. Wakana has a large physique and is over 800 centimeters tall, but he has low self-esteem and is reclusive due to a bitter memory of being criticized by his female childhood friend who thought that boys should not be playing with dolls, ending their friendship. As a result, he hid his doll making hobby and had no friends until he met Marin. Thanks to Marin's encouragement and support, Wakana steps out of his comfort zone and embraces his love for crafting. He grows more confident with each project, and through collaboration, Wakana finds a sense of belonging in the cosplay community that he had never experienced before. Wakana grows closer to Marin. He seems to be completely unaware to her falling in love with him until he finally confesses to her and the feelings are mutual. At the end of the series, he is successfully a doll maker and he marries Marin. Like I said, Marin is bubbly, enigmatic. She lights up every scene that she's in. She's just an incredible character. Marin Katagawa, a first-year student in Wakana's high school class, an archetype of a Gairu, a notable for her warmth, friendliness, positivity, and outgoing nature. Marin is shown to dislike overly critical people who judge others based on their interests. She's a huge fan of anime, and her entire bedroom is decorated with anime posters and merchandise. After the series of successful cosplays, Marin grows closer to Wakana and eventually realizes she is head over heels in love with him. Gojo is very great at communicating, and he just wants the best for Marin, and he just wants to make sure that her cosplays experiences are that of a great one. She continuously does whatever she can to invite him in different places and spend time with him as a way to win his heart and make him her boyfriend. Although Wakana seems to be completely oblivious to her feelings until he confesses and they get together. She lives alone as her mother died when she was a child and her father is often away due to work. At the end of the series, she is married to Wakana and works as a model. They also have a daughter. The themes is this work describes the development and love boys and girls with cosplays as its central theme. Although it also includes some erotic scenes, the work is notable for its detailed portrayal of character psychology in the process of creating cosplay costumes. It showcases the creation of Hina dolls, makeup, camera work, and the author personally visited Iwazuki doll making workshop in Satamiya City, known as the Doll City, to gain insights into the real lives of doll makers and cosplayers. My Dress Up Darling is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Shinichi Fukuda. It was serialized in Square Enix Shinen manga magazine Young Gannan from 2018 to March 2025, and it compiled in 15 volumes. An anime television series adaptation produced by Cloverworks aired its first season for March. An anime television series adaptation produced by Cloverworks aired its first season from January to March 2022. A live-action television drama adaptation aired on MBS Dramatism programming block from October to December 2024. A second season of the anime adaptation aired from July to September 2025. By October 2025, the manga had more than 15 million copies in circulation and has been generally well received by critics. Okay, so that's all the background. Okay, so I'll start by my points. Point 1. Yes, the fan service is fan servicing. To me, the fan service isn't bad. I don't think it's bothersome just because Marin is such a likable character and it kind of fits into the storyline. I know in season 2 they heavily like slowed down the fan service, which I can actually appreciate in a lot of ways. But it wasn't bothersome like it was with like the Seven Deadly Sins. Was just like they tried to play it for laughs, but everyone knew for a fact that like that's not true, and they stayed on it long. Like, I don't know, like I'm comparing it from that extremely weird fan service that was Seven Deadly Sins to this one, and this one just, I guess the reason it's not bothersome is because the writing is really nice and the characters are really wholesome. Like Marin is just a really wholesome and likable girl. A really big storyline is the fact that a lot of these cosplayers cosplay two characters they can mimic physically, so they do justice for the character. That, I think, is a very good thing to learn and to know about, because it's true. The cosplays that do numbers on the internet are the ones who closely relate to the actual character physically and mentally. So I can understand why they decided to go in that route, and they were able to talk about it more. And that's not to say that the cosplays done by people who can't physically mimic the actual character is bad.
Size, race, and ability inclusive. If you want to be a fat black Sailor Moon in a wheelchair, you're gorgeous. If you want to be a short, skinny Rose Quartz from Steven Universe, go for it.
I'm just saying, the ones that actually do huge numbers online are those who can closely mimic those characters physically and mentally. It's because you're doing justice to the character, but that's not to say that those who want to cosplay characters even though they are not physically inept to them is bad. Cosplayers do a lot of research on the characterization, the character design, how they are mentally, their props, how are they used mechanically. So that, to me, I think it's incredible. They have to be very creative, but they have to do a lot of research and investigating the back end side of things to make sure they're doing justice to the characters. And we will get to learn about cosplaying, and cosplaying is really cool. I'm gonna put some examples here of really cool cosplays that I've seen, and I didn't even know that it had this much of a work involved in it for cosplay. So it was really educational, and if there's so much value in it that I guess that the fan service, it wasn't bothersome because it felt like it was giving more of a value and the characters didn't suck and they weren't so one note like it was with Seven Deadly Sins, which it was very one note and like it played on one trope till the death of its freaking anime. So that's my rationalization of that. Second, I just already brought up cosplay. Cosplay is really cool. I really enjoyed learning how the work it takes for it. Cosplayers cosplay as characters, either ones they create or ones that were created by someone else to show love to the characters. And I think I just love that. It's so endearing in so many different ways. And there's so much work involved with it. I didn't even know it took this much work. That's cool. The Hina dolls. They're a little weird, but you know, it's cool. Like it's a craftsman type of ship. It's a craftsmanship, and I think that's awesome. So I'm not gonna sit here and knock on anyone for liking those things. Like you're allowed to like whatever you like. I can't find the scene, but the scene where Wakana Gojo is drying off her sweat when she's in her first cosplay, and the noises she makes, like out of context, that's just crazy on its own. Another crazy one was the Love Hotel scene. I'm not gonna show it for obvious reasons. I don't think I can find it anyways. Crazy. I'm gonna put the little chart here where it's all like hentai anime, you know, that one. Like that's what I really get from here. I can't find it. There was this one video I saw a long time ago where it's someone cosplaying as Marin, and they're just like a Gojo and it's Satoru Gojo. It's so funny. I gotta see if I can find it, because well, I can't find it. It's so cute. I think I'm not gonna be an anime only on this one. This one, or I don't know if I said it, but you and I are polar opposites. I will definitely be getting the mangas for when I have a job. It's a good one. I'm not going to be an anime only on this one. I hope to actually get the manga set for this one day and read further in, because I know that Marin and Gojo actually get married and that they have a daughter. I don't know if there's going to be any more animated seasons of My Dress Up Darling. Nothing that I've actually read or heard. That's why I want to get the manga. I want to get the manga collection and actually deep further into the story, because Marin is actually an incredibly likable character. I'm walking to Gojo, while he is the hunk that is Satoru Gojo, and that's how I'm gonna do that. All right, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll be back again with another video. Will it be anime? Will it be another K-drama? What will it be? Who knows? We'll just wait and see what I come up with next. You have a great day or night. Bye.